So today I'm going to be talking about some products that I was very much influenced to purchase and whether or not I actually regret buying them. When I was putting together all these products, I actually realized that a lot of the products that I was pulling were things that I was influenced to buy, not necessarily from like online influences, but a lot of them were from in real life influences. For example, I saw a friend, she was wearing a very cute pair of shoes, and then that afternoon I purchased those exact shoes because she looked so good in them. Got quite a few things to talk about, so let's just jump right into it. Might as well talk about those shoes that I purchased because my friend was wearing them and I was like, damn, those are so cute. Where are they from? And that evening, I literally bought them. So a little backstory, I was with my friend Tiff, we were going to an event together and she was wearing these Mary Janes in the most beautiful chocolatey brown color. I was on the hunt for some Mary Janes. It's a very trendy shoe at the moment, although I do feel like Mary Janes are kind of a classic. They've been around forever. They're just really having a moment right now. But it's funny because I've never really had Mary Janes in my shoe collection. It just was never a shoe that I ever gravitated towards, but I really started to kind of obsess over them. And I was scouring the internet one day, like looking at all the different options. And I just really liked the idea of a Mary Jane because I like that you can dress them up, dress them down, they're casual, they're comfy. I was so overwhelmed with all the options, I just never ended up purchasing anything. But when I saw my friend wearing these exact Mary Janes and she was telling me how comfortable they were and how much use she got out of them and how much she loved them, I said, say no more, Tiff. I'm sold. They are from Madewell, and I gotta say, Tiff steered me in the right direction because these are truly my new favorite shoes. I have been wearing these things to death. I've had them for only about 2.5 weeks, and I swear I think I've been wearing them almost every single day. I wear them with jeans, I wear them with skirts, I wear them with dresses. I was a little bit worried that the red shade would be a little bit tricky to style because it's red, it's not necessarily a neutral, but I actually find that the red just kind of adds something really special to all of my outfits, and it goes with pretty much everything that I wear. They are also super, super comfortable. I've gone on very long walks in these. I've had no issues with blisters, with rubbing, like they are just fantastic. So I absolutely love these. I do not regret them one bit. I'm actually trying to hold myself back from buying more of these in more colors. I kind of want to get the chocolate brown ones and even maybe a black pair because black is always a classic, but I'm holding back. I'm trying not to be excessive and these red ones are really getting so much use. So love, 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 love these. If you're also looking for a pair of Mary Janes, honestly, I couldn't recommend these more. Next, we have a Garmin watch. This is actually both an online and a real life influence. I've got into running. I've been running over the last couple of months. I'm definitely a numbers person. I really do like tracking my pace and my time when it comes to my runs. It just allows me to really track my progress. And over the last couple of months, as I've started running, I was just using my Apple Watch to track my runs. And it's so frustrating because it dies within an hour of me using it. I don't know why that is. I know the Apple Watch doesn't really have the best battery, but it was at the point where it just literally wouldn't stay alive. Like I think it was just kind of broken. With that said, I was in the market for a new fitness watch and I spent so much time looking at every single option out there. And I had heard so many different like run and fitness influencers talk about the Garmin. So that really got it on my radar. When I was talking to my sister about needing to get a new watch, when she mentioned that she also had a Garmin and her husband also has a Garmin and she's an avid runner and so is he, that really like sent me over the edge. I was like, okay, now I actually trust that the Garmin is the best way to go. So after deciding that I wanted to get a Garmin to track my runs and all of my workouts, then it was time to decide what kind of Garmin to get. And that was honestly the most confusing part because they have like 30 different kinds. I ended up going with the Vivo Active 5, which is one of the less expensive models. I really didn't feel like I needed anything that was too like over the top tech wise because I'm really only using this for my workouts. This is not used as like a daily smartwatch for me, although it does have that functionality. And a lot of their watches were kind of the combination of the two. And this was on the simpler side, but still had all the things that I needed. So all that to say, I ended up getting the Vivo Active 5 and I absolutely love it. I'm so, so, so happy that I decided to go with this rather than getting a new Apple Watch because this is so much better for workouts, for tracking workouts than the Apple Watch in my opinion. At least I'm having like a way better experience with it. First of all, the battery life on this lasts like 10 days. You also get so many detailed stats with the Garmin. It's also said to be a way more accurate compared to the Apple Watch when it comes to just like tracking your pace and your GPS location and all of that. Super happy that I picked this up. Definitely not a regret. I really did take so much time in trying to figure out what was the best option for me. I did not buy this on a whim at all. I also waited for it to go on sale. And so absolutely zero regrets. This is an amazing watch. Let's talk bathing suits. I thought this would be the perfect time to talk about them because we are entering the summertime. So I got a whole bunch of new bathing suits, not this year, but last year. And I finally decided to invest in some really nice bathing suits because I honestly have never really found it to be worth it to spend a lot of money on bathing suits. I don't really use bathing suits that often. I live in Montreal. Our summertime is very, very short. I don't travel that much, so I just didn't really feel like it was necessary for me to invest like $300 into a bathing suit set. It's just kind of crazy. One of my favorite places to get my bathing suits, by the way, is Simon's. They have really, really, really great ones that are very affordable. But all that to be said, last year I did decide that I wanted to invest in a couple nicer bathing suits because I was going on a vacation and I really wanted to have some like really nice bathing suits to wear. So I had seen these two particular brands all over social media. The influence came from a mix of both Instagram ads and also just from influencers and people that I have seen like wearing these pieces. And the brand that was very like Instagram heavy was Monday Swimwear. So I ended up getting 3 pairs. And as soon as I got them and like tried them on for the first time, I was shook because they truly are like the nicest bathing suits that I own. I really didn't think that I would notice that big of a difference between my cheaper bathing suits and these guys. I feel it in the fabric, I feel it in the fit. I actually also see it in the way that they wash and wear. I've had these now for over a year and I've worn them several times. I've taken them on a couple different vacations and they still look brand new. Honestly, wearing bathing suits also sometimes sucks, so it's really nice to put on a bathing suit and just feel really, really good in it. And whenever I put on one of these, I feel really, really good. Their customer service is also really great. I remember I had some questions about sizing. I went on their little chat, I gave them like my measurements and stuff, and they recommended the sizing for all the bathing suits that I was looking at. So they're also super helpful. I was just really impressed overall with the whole experience with Monday. So definitely do not regret these at all. Very impressed. Would recommend. The other swimwear brand that I was very influenced by also came from real life influences. It came from 2 different people, my cousin's wife and one of my best friends. And I remember hanging out with one of my best friends on like pool day, and she was wearing this bathing suit and it just looked so cute on her. And she told me about this brand called You Swim. These are essentially one size fits all bathing suits, and they are truly one size fits all. It's kind of wild. They basically only have 2 different sizes and they're meant to like stretch and form to your body. So the 2 sizes are stretch 1, which is a UK size 6 to 18, and then stretch 2, which is a UK size 18 to 28. I was also really hesitant about this because anything that's like one size fits all in any way, I'm always like, I don't know about this. This is by far my absolute favorite one piece. I find it to be super flattering, super comfortable. I feel really great in it. I love that it has a little bit of like a lower back as well. And this color, I think it's called Fern, stunning, stunning. And they have so many great colors. They also have 2 pieces as well. I haven't tried the 2 pieces. I only have this one piece, but really so impressed with this. And I kind of want to get maybe one more, maybe like a bikini for this summer. But kind of circling back, when my friend first wore this and she told me about it, I was like, oh wow, that's so cute. And then I kind of put it in the back of my mind. And then I think a month later, I was hanging out with my cousin's wife and she was wearing another one of these bathing suits. I was like, hey, that looks familiar. And she also mentioned the brand. She was raving about it. So I was like, okay, say no more, sold. I'm gonna get one. And I did, and I love it. So not a regret at all. Definitely love this a lot. Skims is one of those brands that you truly cannot escape on social media. There was one post in particular that really sent me over the edge that made me make my first Skims purchase. And that was when I saw, I think, Allegra Shaw do a try-on for Skims. At the time, I was in the market for some new underwear and some new bras. So I figured, you know what? Might as well try out Skims since everybody seems to be raving about it. So I ended up getting the Fits Everybody thong. I also got some of the bralettes. One of them I'm actually wearing right now. It looks like this, and this is the name. I can't think of it off the top of my head. I think it's the Fits Everybody line as well. And then I also got the t-shirt bra as well. Since purchasing all of this, I have since purchased even more of the Fits Everybody thong because this is my go-to underwear. This is what I wear pretty much every single day, whether it's day to day or for workouts. I just really like it because it's very lightweight. It's not completely seamless, but it's seamless enough where I don't find that it's super noticeable under tight clothing. I find them to be really comfortable. I don't notice them. I mean, what more can you really want in underwear? I don't think I've ever even done an underwear review on my channel, so this is really a first for me. But all of that to say, really, really love the Fits Everybody thong, and it's become like my go-to pair of underwear. So I love it. It's great. A+++. The bralette I also love, but I have more mixed feelings about it. It's so comfortable and I wear it all the time, but it hasn't really worn so well over the last year or so that I've had it, because I have had all of this stuff for over a year now. I wear it very often and I wash it very gently. I let it air dry. So I'm really taking care of it, but I find like the seams are kind of coming undone, and I often notice like threads just kind of coming loose on the bralette, which is a little bit frustrating. So they haven't really worn super well over a year. And I have bras in my collection that I've had for like 10 years, okay? And they're still going strong. So it's a little bit disappointing that the bralette already is kind of showing signs of pretty extreme wear after only a year. And then the t-shirt bra is fine. It's like a normal bra. I don't really feel that strongly about it. It's cool, it works, it fits nicely, it's comfy, but I'm not like freaking out over it. I don't think you need to necessarily go to Skims to get just like a regular t-shirt bra. I think my favorite thing that I've tried so far from Skims, like underwear wise and undergarment wise, is the Fits Everybody thong. It's just a great basic everyday thong. I definitely don't regret getting like the bralette because I'm literally wearing it right now. Like I really do like it and I wear it all the time, but just lightly disappointed with the quality and how it's worn over the last year or so. So you may notice that my hair is looking extra long. And if you're just stumbling upon this video on my channel, you should know that this is not how my hair usually looks. And that brings me to my next thing that I was influenced to buy, and that is curly K-tip hair extensions. So I was not in the market at all to get hair extensions, but TikTok really influenced me to start looking into it, because I landed on curly hair extension TikTok. And when I tell you I spent hours and hours and hours and hours looking through these videos, I mean it. There's one stylist in particular, her name was Esther, Hair by Esther, I believe, who did the most amazing K-tip curly hair transformations. And I was just so enamored by it. Now, I actually had K-tip hair extensions years and years and years ago, but I decided not to ever really get them again, because whenever I would get K-tips, they would be naturally straight. I have naturally curly hair, and so I would always have to either straighten my hair chemically so that they would blend and mesh with the extensions, or I would just have to always style my hair with the extensions, and it would just kind of be a bit of a pain in the ass. They never really fully blended like perfectly. And I had no idea that naturally curly hair extensions were a thing, that they existed. And after seeing them be applied and all the transformations that I was seeing with curly hair extensions, I was like, you know what? I kind of want to explore this because I really want to have long curly hair, especially for the summertime. So after discovering that curly K-tips even existed, then I started doing some research to try and find somebody in Montreal who also did curly hair extensions. And I found somebody, her name is Mel from Extensions MTL. I did a consult with her. She told me she'd be able to get me curly hair extensions that would match my texture. She got them and I got them installed. And so basically all of this is like not my hair. My natural hair pretty much ends over here. And this is pretty much how I've been wearing my hair ever since getting the extensions. And I am obsessed. I am also concerned because I don't see how I'm ever going to go without these. I love these so much. I never want them to leave my head. You would think also that styling my hair with all of this extra hair would be a huge pain in the ass. It would be way more work. It's actually not. I have only been wearing my hair curly since getting these extensions. It is so easy to style my curls with the extensions. It pretty much takes no effort at all. And I get a perfect result every time, and I just absolutely love it. So it's been so nice to be embracing my curls so much over the last little bit, and I have to thank curly extensions for that. My goal is to grow my hair long enough that I will not need curly hair extensions, but in the meantime, I'm pretty obsessed. I don't know how I'm gonna go without these. The next product that I was very much influenced to buy was also, again, thanks to curly TikTok. If you've ever perused the videos on curly TikTok, then you will see all of the tools and all of the products that people use for their hair. One of the most popular tools that you'll see on curly TikTok or curly videos is the Denman brush. This is essentially a brush that people use to define their curls. I purchased this probably over a year ago. I have still not mastered using this brush. So brushes like these are basically used to define your curls. Okay, I'm gonna wet this piece of hair so I can show you how you're supposed to use the Denman brush. So you're supposed to use this on wet hair to almost set the curl as it dries. So you get a curl that's more defined. So you're supposed to take the brush and just use it to really define that curl by twisting it. And I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Please tell me if I am in the comments, but be nice about it. Because I just don't find that I'm really getting anything too special with this brush. It shapes the curl nicely and it gives me that definition, but I find that I get just as good definition by just finger coiling my curls with my fingers. Obviously, this is like all personal preference because some people might feel like they can't live without this brush, but for me, I feel like it's a little bit overkill. I feel like I'm able to get the same type of definition by just finger coiling my hair, and what I mean by that, let me re-wet this strand of hair. So when I finger coil, I basically just take the piece of hair and I coil the hair up towards my scalp and then bring it back down. And this gives me a very, 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 very similar effect without the use of a tool. I find that using this takes a little bit longer, it's a little bit trickier, whereas finger coiling, for me at least, is a lot quicker when I do want to like set my curls in this way. So I take this out every once in a while because I'm like, I feel like I'm missing the magic behind this brush since so many people swear by it. But more than that, it just kind of sits in my drawer unused. Again, I'm sure so many people like love this thing so much and are probably screaming at me right now through the screen. Don't yell at me, don't yell at me. But it's just my experience, okay? I just don't work well with it. It doesn't work well with me. We don't work well together. So I do regret getting the Denman brush. Not my favorite, not my favorite. There is one category of product that I pretty much always end up regret buying, maybe not right away, but down the line. That is designer sunglasses. I have purchased so many designer sunglasses in my day, a lot of the times because I see them on other people and they look super, super cute. And while all these sunglasses are definitely cute, they are also extremely expensive. And not only are they extremely expensive, but I just don't find them to be worth their price. And then I also have a couple other pairs of sunglasses that are far more affordable that I actually gravitate towards so much more, and I truly do not see or notice any difference in quality between my luxury designer sunglasses and my more affordable sunglasses. And these are like maybe 5 times the price. So sometimes I look at my designer sunglasses collection and I just say, why? I feel like I'm really jumping around to so many different products, but the last thing that I want to talk about is Ruggable, because if you are on the internet, then there is no way that you have not heard about Ruggable. I feel like I get an ad for Ruggable literally everywhere I go. So the whole concept behind Ruggable is that it's a washable rug. So you can actually take the rug and throw it in the washing machine. So when I was looking for a runner for my kitchen, I decided to go for a Ruggable rug because I thought that it just made sense. You know, you're in the kitchen, food spills, it's good to have a rug there that you can actually wash in the washing machine. So I've had this Ruggable rug now for almost 2 years, and I gotta say I'm pretty impressed because I have washed this thing multiple times and it still looks like fairly brand new. There is a little bit of like wear and tear maybe on like the corners of the rug, but besides that, I have found that it's really worn quite nicely and washed really nicely over the years. And it does exactly what it says that it's going to do. Whenever there's something that's spoken about as heavily as something like Ruggable, you always gotta like look at it with a bit of a side eye. You're like, okay, what's going on here? There's like too much marketing going on behind this product, but it actually works and it works great. I definitely don't regret it and I really don't have anything bad to say about it. It's really good. So those are all of my thoughts on some of the products that I have been influenced by. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments on everything that I spoke about. Hit the thumbs up if you did enjoy and subscribe if you want to see more from me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.